welcome to session 2 of our summer series. Everyone's getting their steps in the good weather, so people are hiking, you're out walking, maybe even running this time of year. So today we're going to work on really stretching out the lower body, particularly the posterior chain, so everything that impacts the hips and then tightens up the low back when you're walking quite a bit. So all you're going to need today is either a mat or a towel. Make sure you have water, and I'll see you on the mat. All right, welcome to our stretching for walkers. We're going to start in a comfortable seated position, just allowing ourselves to arrive into our space. Closing the eyes as you find a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you today. And starting to feel the sits bones root down into the earth. Now, I happen to be recording this outside in the summertime, so if you happen to be watching this inside in the winter or in the rain, I invite you to imagine the feeling of the warm sun on your skin, a gentle breeze, and the fresh air and sounds of nature all around you. So that as we move, we begin to flow with the rhythm of nature. As you arrive here, start to drop into nice deep breathing, full, complete, expansive inhales, and complete emptying exhales. 2 more breaths at your pace as you set an intention for your stretch practice today. And final mindful breath here. Blinking your eyes open. We'll take our legs out straight, extending the length of your towel or your mat, and just start to walk your sits bones back, kind of pulling the upper thigh bones back into the sockets. That gives you a greater chance to hinge at your hip. Taking your hands to those hip creases, lift your chest up nice and tall, making the letter L with your back and your legs. And from there, imagine you could fold right at the hips. Now, just come to the point where you start to feel resistance here, and then take your fingertips to the earth to give yourself some support. Broaden across your chest as you peel the collarbones open and drop the blades down the back. That alone will intensify the stretch across your hamstrings. Now we're here for 5 breaths, and I encourage you to, on the inhale, lift up and lengthen your spine. And on the exhale, perhaps fold just a bit deeper with that long spine. Keeping your feet flexed back towards your face. All 5 toes turning toward you. Sometimes your toes tend to peel apart. We want to try and keep them facing all the way toward our face. 2 more breaths here. Folding as deeply as you can while still being able to breathe fluidly. No jagginess in the breath. Slowly start to bring the hands up, walking the shoulders back over the hips, taking that left leg in, and taking a nice deep breath in, lift the arms up. You're going to gently twist your torso toward the left knee and reach down for the right inner arch, reaching up and over here, sideways stretch. Peeling the chest open to the left, and then bowing it forward into a forward fold. Open up, inhale, close, and exhale. Last time, open up here, close and reach. Both hands now either to your shin, the earth, or the foot, depending on your flexibility and range of motion today. Slowly start to walk those shoulders back over the hips once again, this time taking soles of the feet to touch and circling left to right. You'll feel that into the inner thighs and the hips. Coming back to neutral, you'll extend out this time left leg, keeping right leg in. And you're gonna reach down with that left hand and up and over with the right. Inhale, peeling open. And exhale, close it off, fold over that extended left leg. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Last time, open it all the way up. Close and bow, forward fold. You should feel this not only stretching hamstring on the extended leg, inner thigh on your bent leg, but also a little bit of the low back coming up from the hip into the low back. And come all the way back up, stacking shoulders over hips. Again, taking soles of feet to touch, this time circling right to left. Elbows drop into your inner thighs or knees as you give a gentle fold forward over those butterfly legs, feeling the stretch through the inner thighs. Keeping the chest tall and broad. If you wish to come forward more, in order to keep the chest tall and broad, simply broaden the collarbones as you reach the hands forward. That peels the shoulders back. One more breath here. And slowly take it right back through center. Now you're going to keep that left leg bent and take your right knee behind you. This is a 90-90 pose. So you're bent at 90 degrees at both knees, and you're simply going to start to walk your elbows down to the earth, lengthening over those thumbs and starting to feel inner groin left side, outer hip left side. One more breath here. And now walking the hands over to your right corner, feeling that go deeper into your low back and into your left hip. And slowly switch. Right leg coming forward, left leg coming behind. Lift and open the chest and walk forward over that shin. Now you can keep the chest lifted, or you can take those elbows down to the earth. Again, whichever works best for you. It happens that my right side is much tighter than my left, so I'm feeling this a lot deeper. Continue to breathe. Hello, little grasshopper. Walk your hands over to the left, keeping that right hip firmly rooted down and back. And slowly start to take it back through center. We're going to come onto our hands and knees now. And we don't give our feet and toes enough attention, especially after walking. So let's step back. I'm going to move my water bottle out of frame here. Step back with the left toes. Push the toes into the earth and then press back through that heel, keeping the head level here. Really feel that stretch through the toes, through the arch. Now I'll invite you to curl your right toes under and gently lift your hips up. Little kind of half down dog here. But feel that really deeply into the lowest part of the calf, the soleus muscle of the calf. Switching sides, left knee to the earth, right toes back, toes to the ground, heel presses back. Feel the stretch where toes meet the foot and through the calf. Curl left toes, lift your hips, stretching out that soleus, the deepest part of, or the lowest part of the calf. And then drop it down once again. Now from here, step left foot through into a lunge and walk the shoulders to stack over the hips once again. Hands to hips. We drop into the lunge. Trying to keep shoulders, ribs, and hips stacked. And as you drop forward, you're going to feel the front part of your right thigh begin to open up. Breathing here, making small adjustments. Belly pulls into spine. Shoulders broaden, or excuse me, chest broadens as shoulders drop back and hips drop down. Now after a long walk, you're probably really tight in that hip flexor on the right, so let it breathe. Now, next breath in, your option is to imagine you're squeezing your front heel toward your back knee. There's a gentle squeeze to lift. As you exhale, relax that squeeze. Feel how you come deeper into the hip. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Last time, squeeze. Good, release. Both hands now dropping inside of that right leg. Turn your toes on that left leg cornerwise and peel open to the pinky toe edge. Now feeling entire inner thigh on this left side as you drop deeper into front of thigh on the right. You can stay where you are, or you can take the right hand to the knee and take a gentle twist here. Again, entirely optional. You can stay where you are, or you can shift the foot so the toes face the opposite direction of your body, and you can roll to the outer hip on that right side, dropping down. Now, keep in mind, you can stay right in that lunge, you can stay in the twisted lunge, or you can take it deeper into the hips. These are all scalable options. 2 more breaths wherever you've landed. And let's take it right back to center. Left knee under hip. Close the eyes, take a cat-cow here, and notice the significant difference between right and left sides of the body. Walk those hands back, taking that right foot now forward, stacking shoulders, ribs, and hips as you drop the hips forward and down, this time stretching across that left front thigh. Now again, your option for 3 breaths is to squeeze heel to knee, exhale to release. A little isometric work here, squeeze and release. Last time, squeeze. As you release, take that hand down, or both hands, excuse me. Turn your right toes cornerwise and peel to the pinky toe edge of the foot. Again, option here to come into the twist. Sorry, you're seeing my back here. Now you can stay here, or your option is to turn your right toes all the way to the side wall and drop into the hip. So now you're getting the IT band on your lengthened leg, hip and low back on the bent knee. Keeping in mind, your lunge is still giving you that beautiful hip flexor stretch if that's where you choose to stay. And take it right back through center, taking that right knee underneath the hip, and once again finding a cat-cow. As you come through neutral in cat-cow, curl your toes under, send your hips back to your heels, and hover those knees up as you find your way to down dog. Now we're not going to be in down dog for long, but I invite you to pedal it out. Really be aware of the insertion point at the glutes, all the way down through the back of the knees. One more breath, one more pedal to each side. And then walk it up. Feet and hands meeting at center of mat or towel. And hang here in a ragdoll pose, opposite elbow to opposite hand, and just shake it out. If your low back is tight at all here, soften the knees. That will release the low back. Hanging here 2 more breaths. And then slowly we're going to take it back down to the earth. Now as you come down, we'll come onto our belly. And we're elbows come underneath the shoulders, energetically drawing those elbows back. So they're not going to actually move. You imagine they're glued to the floor, you're gently tugging back, that broadens across the collarbones and allows you to come into Sphinx pose. If you feel this in the low back, pull the navel up to the spine and it will release the low back bit. Now from here, drop it down, making a pillow with forearms, rest your forehead, bend those knees, and windshield wiper from side to side. Now we're going to take one final quad stretch, and you have a couple of options here. If hamstrings are tight or shoulders are tight, you may not be able to get a grip on the foot. So your options here are to kick or to swing. You're still going to get motion through the hip flexor, openness through your low back. If you wish, try and reach back with the left foot or the left hand to grab the left foot. Option is to grab a towel or a strap of some sort to help you reach, and then simply rest the forehead down as you pull that left heel to the bum. Push the front of the left hip into the earth, give a little bit more resistance, and then switch. Now again, you might simply be kicking the legs or windshield wipering them, and that will give you a lot of openness as well. If you're choosing the quad stretch, right hand to right foot, resting it down. And then slowly release. Hands underneath your shoulders as you come up, and press back to a child's pose. Releasing the arms forward, letting the forehead rest. And then final pose, coming to seated with the legs wide. And flex those feet, lifting the chest up. Give a forward fold. So here you should feel backs of legs, hamstrings, inner thigh, and a little bit of gentle stretch into your low back. Now you can fold all the way forward, or as much as is possible. What we want to avoid is the toes falling inward. So you want the toes facing straight up to the sky if possible. Now, just as we did at the beginning, allow every inhale to lengthen your spine and every exhale to take you just a bit further into the fold. One more breath here. And slowly start to rise it up. Coming once again to a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you, or possibly reclined. Hands resting somewhere on your body. If seated, maybe on the knees. If reclined, maybe on the hips. Taking a moment to just reflect on the time that you've given yourself to bring your body into a better balance and your mind into some quiet space. Take a deep breath in together, let the arms rise up. Exhaling, hands will come to heart center even if you are in a reclined position. Just take this final breath to set an intention for the rest of your day or evening ahead. And together we will breathe in, open mouth exhale, releasing the hands and moving on with your day with more fluidity of body, mind, and spirit. I'll see you next time.